A very good day to you. I hope you're having yourself an amazing Friday. This is the Black Hot Fire Updates, Friday updates, where we are going to be looking at everything that was happening throughout the week and everything that was making headlines, and especially today. But our main focus of the day will be South Africa's upcoming election. South Africa is bound to have elections on the 29th of May 2024, that is in the next 5 days. South Africa is arguably the most advanced economy we have in Africa, maybe behind Nigeria, maybe battling with Nigeria, but in terms of advancement, it has to be the most advanced economy we have in Africa. And it is about to have its most unpredictable election in terms of, if you look at it from a layman's perspective. So we're going to be talking about South Africa's upcoming polls on May 29th. Apart from that, we're going to be looking at everything else that was happening throughout the whole of Africa, including the cholera outbreak in East and Southern Africa that has been stirred by the extreme weather that we had, the floodings. We're going to be looking at Chad and how the swearing in of Chad's president went on. Uh, Arguably, again, ending years of military rule, but it's ironical because it's the same man. It's the same man who was ruling Chad as a military leader who was sworn in today as now a civilian leader, Mahamat Dabi Itno. He was sworn in as the president yesterday after they held elections earlier this month, completing what they are claiming is a transition to democratic rule after he seized power 3 years ago. So we're going to be looking at that. We're going to be heading to Tanzania with sad news where an explosion in Tanzania's sugar factory killed about 11 people. It is in a factory which is located somewhere in Tanzania, so we are going to be looking at that. And of course, we're also going to be looking at a new Kenyan rule that will see anybody who wants to create content on YouTube being required to get a license. So you can't create content anymore, including us. You can't create content anymore on YouTube without a license. That is according to the KFCB. The KFCB is the Kenya Film Classification Board. It is the body that is in charge of regulating the content in the country. It's the one that gives PG rating on movies, that bans songs. So now it requires everybody who's a content creator on YouTube to have a license. So for me to come live on the Black Hot Fire Network, I'll need to have a license in the next few months. But let us look at South Africa's election first. So as I told you, South Africa is arguably Africa's most advanced economy. It's going to be having its election on May 29th. And the interesting bit about the upcoming South African election is that it could see the ruling African National Congress, ANC, fail to clinch a majority seat for the first time in 30 years. 30 years is the period of time South Africa has been independent. So since independent, ANC has been the one calling the shots in South Africa. But this year it looks a little bit different. It's for the first time that it looks like ANC could lose. One, it could fail to clinch majority. Secondly, it could even lose the presidential election. So let me break it down for you what is happening in South Africa. There are 28 million registered voters across 9 provinces in South Africa. They will be voting for representative to the national and provincial parliaments. The winning parties will then name a president and a cabinet. So that's how the elections in South Africa happen. This is what happens. The 28 million registered voters across 9 provinces will vote for representatives to national and provincial parliaments. So if you clinch the majority, then chances of you becoming the president are doubled because it is the national and it is the winning parties that will then name a president and a cabinet. The results of the votes this year are very uncertain because one, ANC is having a shaky footing. It's having a very shaky backing. This is because South Africa has been going through a turmoil also, like many African countries, with violent crime, unemployment, deteriorating public infrastructure, economic inequality between the black community and the white community in South Africa. So ANC has really lost popularity among the South African people because of the things that I mentioned. That is why you've been seeing South Africans out in the streets. I don't think there is a country, in as much as we, in terms of insecurity, I don't think there is a country that beats South Africa in terms of insecurity. Not in terms of terrorists and bandits and rebel groups, but in terms of you walking around the streets with your phone and not getting mugged. South Africa is very unsafe in terms of violent crime, and that is because of the economic inequality. You can easily understand that the main reason we have that in South Africa is because of the economic inequality, because there is so much division in inequality between the people who have it and the people who don't. And so once there is that inequality, of course, what stems up is violent crime, because I'll feel like I don't have it because you have it. So once the inequality, it's the Robin Hood. It's almost like a Robin Hood type of thing, where when there is so much economic inequality, then the people who are disadvantaged, who are on the other side of the table, feel like it's more of a Robin Hood phenomenon. Feel like the people on the other side of the table took what was ours, and that's why they are on that side. So we're gonna rob them, and they're not just gonna rob them; they even rob the people who are on the same side of the table as them. So here are some people who are going to dominate the election. These are the notable figures in the upcoming South African election. One is somebody we all know. His name is Cyril Ramaphosa. He's the current South African president and the head of the ANC. Ramaphosa is looking to have his second and final term through his party's standing, but it looks like his biggest challenge will be that his party, the ANC, has really, really lost popularity in South Africa. That is not even an exaggeration. It's the way things are. The ANC, is no longer as popular in South Africa as it has been over the last 30 years. People have had enough of the inequalities, of the same issues over and over again. So Ramaphosa is 71 years old. He's from Soweto. He was part of the premier Nelson Mandela-led ANC. So he was part of the crew that allegedly they say that ANC wrestled South Africa from apartheid in 1994. So he was part of the group that liberated South Africa from apartheid in 1994, and he was hoping to succeed Nelson Mandela, but things that didn't happen, and he left politics in 1996. He became a very widely successful businessman in several sectors. He was a tycoon in the food industry. He owned the McDonald franchise at one point. Cyril Ramaphosa. He has been very successful as a businessman after he left politics in 1996. He returned to be the deputy president in 2014 and then took over the presidency after former President Jacob Zuma was forced to step down in 2018. So he has also had his share of scandals in office. Although he might look more level-headed than Zuma has had more scandals than Ramaphosa, but Ramaphosa has also had a fair share of scandals, including one of the notable ones is the 2022 Falafala debacle, where he was accused of hiding 4 million USD in laundered cash in his farmhouse. So he has been corrupt also. But that is not the main reason he's lost popularity. Being corrupt in Africa does not make you lose popularity. It instead makes you a bit more popular. So the reason ANC and Ramaphosa has lost popularity in South Africa is, as I said, unemployment. There is very high levels of unemployment in South Africa. Persistent power and water crisis, economic disparities. So opinion polls that I was looking at shows that there is a record high voter discontent for the last 30 years. And every opinion poll that has been done in South Africa is showing ANC losing. So here is the biggest challenge ANC is facing. There is a province called KwaZulu-Natal. So KwaZulu-Natal is the most populous, one of the most populous provinces in South Africa, and is the home turf for the former leader Zuma. But it is one of the places that ANC has lost popularity the highest. So Ramaphosa does not have a steady support base, but he's still gonna vie. So that is one of the figures who are vying for the South African election. It is coming up on May 29. That is the next 5 days. That is why we are looking at it today. The second person, notable figure in the election, is John Steenhuisen. I might be pronouncing the name wrong. It's John Steenhuisen. So he's head of the opposition Democratic Alliance. It's called the DA. Steenhuisen is 48 years and he has been selling the narrative to South Africans that his party is the one that will rescue South Africa from the ANC. So many people in South Africa view DA as the only party that champions for the interest of the middle, that as a party that only champions for the interest of the middle class, especially those in its support base of Western Cape. So it is unpopular in areas where the working class black live because, as you can tell from the name, John Steenhuisen is not black. So he is unpopular in that region. But DA remains the second largest party after the ANC, and opinion polls are predicting that it could win up to 18.6% of the vote. So Steenhuisen, John Steenhuisen, I might be pronouncing the name wrong once again, is looking to take over the presidency. I told you he's selling the narrative that he's the one who's going to liberate South Africa from the ANC. So the main challenge that this DA party has, it's called the Democratic Alliance, is that Steenhuisen is white, as I told you. So him being white makes him unpopular in the black region. And as I told you, there is so much economic disparity in South Africa, and that is why the ANC has lost a lot of popularity. So people view the DA as a party that only represents the middle class, and the middle class is majorly a few black people and majority white. Majority of the black people are working class, are the low class working. They're the ones who feel like they have been disbarred. Yep. So this the main problem that the DA party is facing with Steenhuisen is that he's white, and South Africa has a large number of black people who are not supporting him.
The majority is black. I wouldn't support nobody white either.
Come again, Keith?
I wouldn't support nobody white either.
Yep.
Majority of the country's poor, black, and impoverished. So what the hell would I? Shit, the answer is no.
So I feel like if the DA had maybe, because one thing that I can assure you before the May 29th election is it is very unlikely that Ramaphosa will be re-elected. ANC has lost popularity so much.
Okay.
Yep, it has lost a lot. It has lost popularity. The same way I predicted in Chad. My prediction for South Africa is I don't know who is gonna win, but I don't see Ramaphosa winning again with all the problems that South Africa has been facing, especially with the unemployment and the economic disparities. There is so much economic disparity between the rich and the poor, the white rich people who live there and the black working class who live there. So he has lost popularity a lot. So the DA is the second, the Democratic Alliance is the second biggest party in South Africa. It had a chance of taking over, but unfortunately, its face is John Steenhuisen, who's white. And as I said, most people in South Africa view the DA as a party that only champions for the interest of the middle class, especially those in Western Cape. So those people who are working class do not support him. So that is the second contestant. The third contestant is he had been barred from running, but he's saying he's gonna be there no matter what. Doesn't matter whether they ban him, he is gonna be there. So he was set to run for parliament but was kicked off the candidates list. He was set to run in the Mkoto wa Sizwe. In the new, there's a party called MK Party. So, but a last minute court decision made he was removed from running in parliament. So some people see him as a liberator, ironically, with all his corruption scandals. But right now, South Africans are going to take anything else, anything that is not Ramaphosa. So that is why some people see him as a liberator for the poor. He has this way of identifying with the poor. He has this way of resonating with the poor. He does not focus like the DA, unlike the DA, he does not focus on the rich. He has this way of resonating with the poor. And that is why they even nickname him Man of the People. That is back from when they were fighting against apartheid in 1994. So he is a very corrupt leader, has been in prison, in and out of prison because of corruption. But he is determined to take over the power. He's gonna run. In South Africa, as I told you, they are gonna be elected by they are gonna elect parliamentarians who are gonna appoint the president and the cabinet. So that is Zuma. He has a chance because, as I told you, Zuma, despite being corrupt does not make you not elected in Africa. Nobody has ever not been elected because he's corrupt.
He's disqualified. He was disqualified. He's not allowed to run.
He was disqualified from running as a parliamentarian. He wanted to run as a parliamentarian. That is what he was disqualified from running. So he can still be appointed as the president, he can't run as a parliamentarian. So he can still, if they appoint him, he can still become the president. Because in South Africa, as I told you, in South Africa, they do not elect the president. They vote for representative of the national and provincial parliaments, who in turn, the winning parties then name a president and a cabinet. So it's the winning parties that will name a president and a cabinet. So that is Zuma. He has a chance because, as I told you, he resonates with the poor. He has a way of stealing but still resonate with the poor. The other one is Julius Malema at number 4. He's one of the people who is also running. He represents the EFF. It's called the Economic Freedom Fighters, and he's very, very vocal. Malema is the founder of EFF, Economic Freedom Party, an anti-establishment Marxist Pan-Africanist that he just focuses on the Black South Africans. He does not give. He's not even going to campaign in the white neighborhoods. He's actually known for being vocal and telling the blacks to kick out the whites in South Africa. So he is particularly controversial for his radical and at times violent political statements like the one I just said. He has been quoted several times asking the black people to kick out the white farmers and the white minority out of South Africa. Also been pushing policies in parliament to redistribute land owned by the white minority to black people, or convert their privately owned mines to government property. He has also advocated for Swahili as to be made the South African national language. So he's very unpopular with the white minority. He's not gonna get one vote from the whites because he is evidently vocally against them. So he started politics as a teenager, then became ANC Youth League leader in 2008. He became more popular after that. He was once a very close ally to Zuma, but he was expelled from the ANC in 2012 after he fell out with the then president and other party members. That is when he went on and created the EFF the next year, and its members are now hard to miss because they are always vocal in parliament. They wear red berets and red boiler suits. they are known for their red color, and they are very vocal on so many issues. I remember them being vocal about the LGBTQ issue in South Africa. They are very vocal about the white population. They continuously they appeal to young people and especially the black community. So EFF won 44 parliament seats in 2019 and was the third biggest party then. So we are gonna see how they are gonna perform this time. If they clench the majority, then Malema becomes the president, which would not would be bad news for the white minority.
The way they run the election is dumb as hell. People don't even vote for they vote for how many seats you win. See, it's more European bullshit. More European bullshit. Fake democracy.
If you get more seats in parliament and in the provincial parliaments, then you're going to be the president. So if EFF manages to have more parliamentarians, then Malema becomes the president. And
that's stupid. Because
that
means what if I don't like you, goddamn? I like you as a president, but I don't like the other shit you're talking about. I gotta vote for your party. I should be able to vote for another party and still vote for you, but I can't. So it's baloney. Stupid as shit.
Well, in South Africa, if you vote for somebody from my party, in extension, you voted for me. If you wanna vote for
exactly,
me,
well, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's not democracy. It's fake. Some more European smoke and mirror bullshit.
Yep. But
because
Malema is also. Yep. Go ahead.
I might want to vote for a parliamentarian who's actually got the will of the people, which is me, and the president who ain't got shit. I know he's a no good, dirty puppet. And so if I vote for the guy I want as my parliamentarian, I got to vote for the no good, dirty puppet. It's always a scam. Every European system is a scam. It's crooked. Every European system is crooked as shit. It's crazy. We go ahead, Demore.
But I don't even think Malema stands a chance to win because he's very vocal on the white. White minority who are the rich. He's very vocal on them. They're not gonna allow him to win because if he wins, trust me, he might come out because even as he does not have a seat right now, he's just a parliamentarian and a founder of a party, but he has been quoted severally telling the blacks to kick the whites out and redistribute the white black community. So I don't really think he's gonna win. He stands a chance. He's
not gonna win.
Policies are too radical for them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the other person who's also running is.
Say no, nigga, no.
But how I wish, in as much as I don't like him that much, how I wish Malema could clinch the seat, not for anything, but for his two things. One is he's opinionated and very vocal. He speaks what he says it as it is, no filters. He tells the people you gotta kick the whites out. He's very does not have that filter that African politicians and many Africans have filters. They can't say it as it is. They filter out. I don't know if it's African nature. We don't like being.
It's cowardly. It's a cowardly nature.
Yeah, it's cowardice. Yep. So we are not really, in as much as I might want to say. You saw it they were kicking out the American people in Niger. Even the Americans were daring them to be vocal about it, say it, because they did not believe the people could say it vocally. So I like Malema for that one aspect. He's vocal with what he believes in. He's gonna tell you as it is. He's gonna tell you are white, you're not supposed to be in South Africa, get the hell out. Does that make him popular among the white? He does, but he doesn't care. So he's one person I would, in this whole list, Zuma being the most corrupt.
He would need the white vote. They're the majority. So if they weren't getting bribed and bought up, they're the majority. I don't give a shit what white people feel like. Hell, they ain't nothing like I think white people made like 7% of the population. I wouldn't give a shit how you feel. Shit. I don't give a shit what you feel. Don't like it, so what? God damn it. This is a black country. We are the majority. And this is how we feel. And if I win, you're getting the fuck out because right now you got Demore, you got Africans are so weak. You got white only towns in South Africa
Mhm.
today. White only cities that they're building. Saying, nigga, you can't come in the city, you in my country. What? I mean, you're supposed to burn that shit down to the ground.
Having sun
But
in Zimbabwe.
The other reason that I like Malema Kid is because he does not care who you are. As you heard, he was a very close ally of the president in 2012. He fell out. He told the president, "Whatever you're saying is bullshit. I'm not following
yeah,
that," and he was kicked out of it. He was out of ANC because he did not
of
take
course.
bullshit from even the president himself. So this is a very old video from when he was in ANC. It's a video of when he was kicking out a BBC. He has been a menace ever since.
There's everything about the let them go back and go and fight them. Even when the ANC was underground in exile, we had our internal underground forces fighting for freedom.
You live in
And we have never spoken from exile. You see, let me tell you, before you are Chachara, let me tell you, this is a building of a revolutionary party. And nothing about the revolution.
So they're not welcome in
yeah,
Jackson, but you are.
here you behave or else you jump. Here you don't laugh.
Joke.
Chief, can you get security to remove this thing? if you're not going to behave, you're going to call security to take you out. This is not a newsroom, this is a revolutionary house. And you don't come here with that 10 days. Don't come here with that white 10 days. Not yet. You can do it somewhere else. Not yet. If you've got a tendency of undermining blacks even where you work, you are in the wrong place. Yeah, you are in the wrong place.
That's rubbish.
Rubbish is what you have covered in that trouser. That is rubbish. That which you have covered in this trouser is rubbish. Okay? You're a small boy. You can't do anything.
I didn't come here to
Come out. Go out. Bastard.
Imagine at this point he was just a youth league leader in the ANC. He was a menace even back then. As just a youth leader, he kicked out that BBC journalist and told him rubbish is what he has inside his trouser. I just love Malema because he does not care what you think about him. So this was a very old video from when he was just a youth leader in the ANC, but not even giving a shit about BBC or any other white journalist. So right now he is the chairman of EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighters. He fell out with the ANC leadership and started his own party. He's gonna be vying this year. He's one man I wish would win, but of course he's not gonna win. So South Africa's election this year is very interesting. But the only thing that there's one thing that I hate about EFF is because the only thing that is negative about Malema is that he supports TQ, he supports homosexuality. So
Exactly.
that again
Because
makes me
a lot of his funding come from the cats with the small hats.
Yep, so
People don't know that.
He was a good. I would have some. Then that takes away every other good thing from him. The fact that he supports homosexuality is,
Yeah,
that takes away every other good thing that he has done, including being vocal, including fighting for the black community in South Africa. If only he was like he had a similar speech to that of
if only you take white penis out your mouth. then maybe I can vote for you. Shit. As African people, we are allergic to white penis in our mouth. Tomorrow.
So that is a big minus for Malema. A
That's
very
right.
big minus. He's
White-
opinionated on every
White penis in your mouth causes cancer. We can't do it.
So the other contestant that we have in this election is Raymond Zondo. His name is Raymond Zondo. He's the Chief Justice. He was the Chief Justice. Is he or he was? He was the Chief Justice of South Africa, and he's known for he's quite vocal. Also, he's a lawmaker. He's a lawyer, to be specific. So he is also vying. Does not really stand a big chance. He's still the Chief Justice. He's going to retire in August. He does not really stand that big of a chance, but he's vying nevertheless. The other person is Mostodho Mwepia. He's the chairperson of the Independent Electoral Commission of South Africa. So he's still vying. The other person is Paul Mashatile. The other person, those are just irrelevant people who are vying, who do not stand a chance. The other one is Pieter Gwenward, who's the leader of the Freedom Front Plus. The other one is Nalendi Pandor. So, but basically the main four contestants who have a chance, it's either going to be Ramaphosa. After May 29th, it's either going to be Ramaphosa, Cyril, John Steenhuisen, the white man who's vying under the Jacob Zuma, or Julius Malema. It's going to be one of the four people after May. So we are going to see who it is. My prediction is it's not Ramaphosa. What's your prediction, kid? Mine is I just know it's not Ramaphosa. Unless the people of South Africa, unless it's, I don't know, but the people of South Africa are really fed up with ANC right now.
People in South Africa are morons. The ANC is going to win because black people are stupid. They're going to vote the same what they know, who ain't done shit for them, who are corrupt. They will say, that's part of my tribal mate, Demore. In my tribe, he's a Zulu. He's a Kakuna. Yes. That's what they're going to say. And that's what's going to happen. So, they're going to get the same shit.
In as much as I don't want to agree with you, I know you speak the truth. Ramaphosa might win, and he gonna
win because you said they don't vote for him directly. They gonna vote. He all fucked up. They gonna say, "Oh, but my councilman is actually caring for me. He's actually good. I don't want Ramaphosa, but you want to cut." That's how the system. You know, it's fucked up. I don't want Ramaphosa, but maybe my councilman is doing good. My ANC councilman is doing good. I want him, but if I vote for him, he's going to have to vote Ramaphosa because he's the head of the party. They're going to put him back in. So, hell, the system, the whole system is made to be corrupt. So, you know, you can't be a fucked up system. It's corrupt. Shit. That system doesn't even make any sense. Yeah.
Saying Ramaphosa is from your tribe has to buy most stupid things you can ever say. Ramaphosa is a very rich business mogul. I told you at one point, Ramaphosa owned the McDonald's franchise in South Africa. How is that your tribe? It's not your tribe. He is.
My tribe owns a McDonald's. My tribe owns a McDonald's restaurant, Demore. Damn you. That's right. I tried. But do you get free food at the McDonald's? No. But my tribe owns it. Your tribe don't own that shit. Ramaphosa owns it. Yeah, but he's part of my tribe.
Your tribe are the Nigerians you are kicking out of your country. You both suffering. That is your tribe. The Nigerians kicking out of South Africa.
No,
those are your tribe.
Damn the Nigerians take their heads back to Nigeria. We own a McDonald's. God damn it, my tribe.
So,
my tribe.
I said I don't want to agree with you. It's true. We might find Ramaphosa taking over the second term after May 29th. He has a very high possibility of doing that. And then the choices are not even better than him. You know, the other choice, Zuma. Zuma is worse than Ramaphosa, to be honest. Zuma has been in and out of prison. I don't know for how long. He has about 10 scandals.
He doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a chance because Is he still part of ANC? Who's voting for because it's gonna have to be the parliamentarian, right? He doesn't have a party. Is he running as an ANC member, Demore? What?
He's running for a new party that is called Umkhonto wa Sizwe. It's called MK.
What have I never heard of these? Nobody heard of these motherfuckers. They're not going. He ain't got no. They ain't going to win no seats. So no, he ain't got no choice. That's a vanity project, Demore. That's nonsensical. Ain't nobody vote for the MKs or who the hell they are. I mean, do they have any? Do they have any seats in Parliament right now? Does that party, Demore? Yeah, no.
It's a new party.
They got no. It ain't got any damn seats.
I told you one thing about Zuma is he knows how to resonate with the poor. Right now, you can't convince any poor South African that Zuma is not a liberator. He knows how to. He talks to them and makes them believe he's as poor as they are, and he's going to liberate them from poverty together.
Yeah, but they're stupid still. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference.
They had an opinion poll.
Okay, go ahead.
They had an opinion poll last week.
Okay.
They had an opinion poll last week, and Zuma came third.
So what? That means you don't.
Malema in the.
Does it? Yeah, of course. But it doesn't have any seats in Parliament, so they're not going to just go. You got to vote. You're not voting for him. You're voting for his Parliament, his new parliamentarian party. Unless you know them, it doesn't matter because you're not voting for him. That's why the system. These white people are wickedly brilliant because he probably could win, but he can't because you gotta vote for his part of the Parliament, not him. They put him in power, so it's all useless nonsense. Shit. Listen, you know who's going to win again? Ramaphosa. ANC is the biggest party. People know that party, and people are dumb. Party ain't done shit for nobody in 30 years. Not a goddamn thing. Africans are living in abject poverty. And guess who's going to win? The ANC again. Because South Africans are illiterate and dumb. I'm going to keep it 100. Hate to be the Grim Reaper and the bearer of bad news, but at the end of the day, I'm a realist. I'm going to break your heart with reality. Shit. Most of you, what? South Africa, I'm going to be honest, some of the dumbest Negroes on the continent. Okay? On purpose. White people kept them backward, ignorant. They don't know. Hey, we've been voting for these people for 30 years, but they said they're going to do something now, and he's my tribal mate. Motherfucker, if he ain't done shit in 30 years, and he been your tribe, goddamn. I think you should goddamn put a new damn parliamentary in there. Try something else. You know, the definition of insanity, I don't even know what insanity is, but let me look this up, moron. The definition of insanity is doing something over and over again and expecting a different result. Okay? That's what you morons are doing in South Africa. You're practicing insanity. Okay? Doing something over and over again and expecting a different result. So you're clinically insane. You define the clinical definition of insanity. So when I say you niggas are insane, that's true. That's what, I just gave you the clinical. I just gave you the clinical meaning of insanity, and that's what you are. You're insane.
So, kid, let's assume you're South African and they actually vote for their president, and we have these four men. Who would you vote for?
I don't think you got no choice. They all puppets, unless they come from the grand. Look, it ain't no. You can't vote. I wouldn't vote for none. I wouldn't vote for none of them. I wouldn't vote for none. I saw organizing for revolution. Huh?
Not voting is also voting, because if you don't vote, then somebody is gonna get voted.
That's right. It ain't gonna make no difference to me who wins, because ain't shit gonna change for me. Shit. Ain't shit gonna change. I'm not getting a bigger plate of ugali. Shit. Ain't shit changing for me. Shit. So my best thing is to opt out of the vote. And listen, family, the white man has scammed you. You think you're gonna vote your way to freedom? You are not only you a moron, you are an insane moron because you've been voting forever. It ain't shit changed. So you are an insane moron. No, your best objective is to learn to organize and try to now learn how to revolt. You better start studying revolution. In Africa, that's your only choice. Shout out to Burkina Faso, but your only choice is a coup, a revolution. That's it. These systems that the white man has put in is to make sure you don't get anything called democracy. It's to make sure you don't get any benefit of living in said country. That's what it's there to do. So I feel that you're going to vote yourself out of oppression and poverty. I told you, you are now an insane moron. Okay? Because you've been voting now in South Africa you've been voting for 30 years in South Africa. Has shit changed? No, not a goddamn thing. 30 years. Since 1994, Nelson Mandela, fake ass. Nelson Mandela. Now, okay, you done grown up now. No more, you can't be a moron and say, yeah, and screaming, hollering, all that shit. Because you see, 30 years, that was a hustle. Okay? You got to learn from that, or unless you're practicing insanity. So I'm going to opt out of this voting shit because it's not benefiting me and my people. So I only got one way forward, and that's revolution. That's it. Because these systems that were put there by your enemy were never designed to benefit you as a people. Never. They're schemes and scams to keep you poor and oppressed. So, we passed the voting, Demore. We passed that shit. It's too late for the vote. Voting don't work. That shit is obsolete. See, Burkina Faso couldn't vote themselves into an Ibrahim Traoré and now got good shit going on. Niger couldn't vote themselves because the vote was because they voted because that puppet got voted in. You know, Niger Mao, they couldn't vote themselves in to good governance and doing shit right. They had to have a revolution. That's what a coup is. So no, that voting shit. How about the European wants you to keep doing it? Or keep saying, oh, you went against democracy. Oh, Burkina Faso, Mali, you've been undemocratic. Put the democratically elected president back in there. Motherfucker, you don't get out here with that stupid shit. White people don't practice no damn democracy.
Talking about democracy, Chad is claiming to have sworn in their new democratically elected leader. They swore him in yesterday, Mahamat Dabi Itno. He's now the new president who was elected democratically in a democratic way. That is, he has been the military ruler for the last years, and now the new. He's not
been elected. He's the daddy of the last guy who was in. He works in Africa. It's fraudulent. It's phony. And it's supposed to be. He's the dad like Uhuru was Jomo's son. It's the same old shit over and over again now.
His dad was Dabi Senior. So he took over power by a coup. 3 years ago, he took over power by a coup. Promised the people of Chad that he's going to hand over to civilian rule in 2 years. And he did hand over to civilian rule, but he hand over to himself.
To me. It's like, I'm now the civilian, Demore. That's right.
Yep, no longer the army. Yep, he's now the civilian ruler after ruling as the military ruler for the last 3 years. So he's now the new civilian ruler. So he's saying that's a transition to democratic rule. Chad is no longer under military rule, it's under me, the military ruler, but as a civilian now. So shout out to the people of Chad.
Yeah, shout out to the coup that coup was given by the French to keep him in power because his daddy died. So they need to keep that moron in power because the people didn't want his ass. Now all of a sudden now he got elected. Hint, hint. Yeah, okay. All right. See, he need no coup. His daddy was the president, but his daddy died, and the people didn't really want his ass. But so France formed a coup for him, put this no good bastard in power, and run some fake ass scam election. Now he's the president, and they'll tell you in every paper. See, whenever you know it's a scam, every paper around the world,
now.
Every paper around the world now says, huh?
They are now congratulating Chad. For
That's right. That's how you know it's a scam. Because every white paper congratulating you, you know it's a lie. It's already the case.
Chad
is right.
For handing over from Mahamat Idris to Mahamat Idris. Shout out to Chad. Shout out to you for handing over to yourself, nigga. Yeah. And
that's how you know. That's how you know election was fraudulent. Every paper around, all the Westerners say congratulations, you did it, because they didn't want to put his punk ass back in power to be their puppet. See how that works? If that was a real election, they're like, oh, this shit is fucked up in Africa. Hey, Chad, what the fuck is going on? These niggas have staged a coup. That's how you know there's some bullshit going on. If the cracker is happy, and now if the cracker is happy and congratulating you, you know it's some fuck shit going on.
Chad is now under democratic rule now. That is according to them. But anyways, as we come to the end, Job is coming up in a bit. In Kenya now, you will not be able to go live to post content on YouTube as a content creator without having a license. Yes, that is according to a new regulation that has been submitted by the KFCB. Any YouTube content creator will need to get a license from the government starting in the next 14 days.
Hold on. They taxing everybody on. They taxing.
We are losing you.
Yeah, I'm breaking up. Hold on. Mm-hmm. So are they taxing you and also following you? So now I told you.
No, they are looking
this
for
is
tax. You know, they can't tax you if they don't know you. They can't tax you if they don't really know you. So what is happening is the Kenya Film Classification Board, that is the body in charge of content moderation in the country, has issued a 14-day ultimatum to YouTubers uploading audiovisual content to their channels to get valid licenses. Otherwise,
a license for YouTube. Imagine that. A license for YouTube. Imagine that shit. So don't have YouTube channels in Kenya. Shit. Our YouTube channels are in America, so fuck them.
That is not all. Now, the board has further directed, the board further directed the creators to submit their videos to KFCB for examination and classification before they are shared to the public, failure to which they get their license revoked.
No, you see, I told you, this is the rush. This is the New World Order shit. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's what's coming to Kenya. You get it? You shut your mouth. You understand what this is going on? You see? But hell, our channel is American, so fuck you. This channel we do is American.
So now,
fuck you.
After the 14-day ultimatum passes, unless something changes, creators will have to submit their videos to the KFCB for examination and classification before they are shared to the public. So they say that, so this is what he said, the CEO of KFCB. He said, our attention has been drawn. So this is a statement that was sent to one of the creators who shared it online. So they've started sending emails. So this is one creator who shared the email that he received from KFCB online. So the email said, our attention has been drawn to your YouTube channel where you have continuously uploaded audiovisual content for purposes of exhibiting and distributing it to the public without acquiring the filming license from the Kenya Classification Board. We demand that you strictly comply with the requirements of the Film and Stage Plays Act by obtaining filming licenses for your film for your films and submit them for examination and classification before the same is exhibited to your YouTube channel. So that is one creator who shared the email that they were sent. The second part of the email, I repeat, says, we demand that you submit the videos for examination and classification before the same is exhibited and distributed to the public. So it's not even a request, it's a demand that you submit your content to KFCB so that they can approve it and you can share it online. They went on to warn the YouTubers that if they fail to comply with the directive within 14 days, they would face legal action in accordance with the provisions of the laws. So now, I don't even know what to say about this. It's the craziest. It's the craziest thing I've had today, and I have a letter that was shared by, but I don't know. I don't want to share it because I don't have time. But so now, basically, wrapped up is any content creator will have 1 to get licensed, 2 to submit content to KFCB for authorization before they can post it on YouTube. Failure to which, 1, they'll get their licenses revoked, and 2, they might even get arrested because it's against a clause that they even quoted a clause that you will be going against. It's the Film and Stage Plays Act that requires, they created that clause that requires obtaining licenses for your films. So they are now classifying YouTube content as films.
Now, this is what, understand, this to lock the Kenyans down. This is the new war. Man, it's going to have to be a revolution in Kenya. This is coming. This is all Ruto shit. That's why they didn't lock his ass up when he committed atrocities back in 2007 and 8. They always told me, we're going to put you as president, nigga, but this is what you're going to do. But we need you to do it, moron. Okay, boss. Okay, boss. We're going to lock your ass up right now. And we're going to lock you up for life. You despotic ass nigga.
I don't know what is going to happen in the next 15 days. Of course, there's going to be lawsuits and everything.
Anyway, what's going to happen? It should be illegal, but we'll see. We'll see if you guys can finally, win against this no good bastard, because that's crazy. But
yep.
If you got a YouTube channel in Kenya, boy, you better be doing dumb shit. You got how long your channel is, but you got to submit your videos before you put them up there. How shit work all fucked up in Africa. Now you got to bribe the motherfuckers to get your videos back in time, so you got to pay them the tax. Then you have to bribe a motherfucker to get your videos back to post the shit. So you might as well do YouTube.
I just imagine submitting a video of your show and Joby to them.
He can't. I ain't got to worry about that. Ours is American, Demore. This is American channel, goddammit. This ain't in Kenya. This is American channel. So fuck them. This is American, baby. This ain't in no Kenya. This is an American channel. Fuck them.
You're saying they can come look for you in America if they want.
Yeah, they come looking for me. This is American channel. Fuck them. But I got my weapon with me. They ain't coming to my channel get their motherfucking head blown off. Shit, this ain't Kenya. Come knocking on my door, you gonna get your ass out the other way. You gonna go on the other side. And who's this? It's the Kenyan police. Who? Who the fuck is this? Nigga, if you don't get back to Kenya, you got 3 minutes to get away from my door. I'm gonna start blasting around this bitch. That's right, these Americans have weapons. You goddamn right.
I told you, don't get the Kenyan police, you are right. Don't. When they come for you and your YouTube channel.
As in, yeah, your YouTube channel. Goddamn. You must. They just killed you, goofy niggas, and you making your little money in Kenya with your YouTube channel. Oh man,
come on. Look at it. They first started with TikTok, saying they're banning TikTok. Now it's regulating YouTube.
I told you, this is not really Kenya. This is what they want them to do, Demore. I told you when you talking about that Bill Gates and all that shit, the cloud. This is censorship, Demore. They want this them trying to lock you down now. That's what this is about. Mm-hmm. And then they go start to starve you. There's no way you're gonna make money in Kenya doing YouTube, doing this shit, unless you're doing stupid content. If you're doing any real content, nah, you gotta go. You gone. So any real content, talk about anything to let you know what's going on, that's gone. Because any little thing of knowledge, it's not gonna be tolerated. It's called dumbing you down more.
And as we come to the end, that is all I had today. And Jibazaba was with me, and he's asking, is OnlyFans banned in Kenya, Tinder?
Of course not.
That is.
That's how you know. I told they're not worried about no damn naked, all that shit on Twitter. They're not banning no fucking OnlyFans. They don't give a shit about that shit. Because that's not no real information. That's motherfuckers shaking ass and showing their coochie. They don't give a fuck about that. That don't change the minds of Kenyans. Somebody shaking ass, open up their butthole and all that debauchery shit. But knowledge is dangerous. They don't give a fuck about
and Jibazaba
motherfuckers.
cannot give it either. And he's asking, he's fearing that they will ban filming in public next. And he says, he's reminding you not to say you know your rights when they come for you. When they jump inside your truck, don't you dare tell them you know your rights.
Yeah, I got my rights. I got my 9mm up in here. I blow their ass. I shoot their ass in the head. You better get your ass.
Yeah, so that is all I had today.
God
We were looking at
damn,
the
you
South
bet-
African election.
You cats doing YouTube, man. Your money's about to get fucked up in Kenya. Good luck.
Mhm.
Good luck to your Kenyan YouTube channels. God damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Tomorrow,
beyond
just
crazy.
say,
That's
how long gonna take for them to
that's
view
what
your
we call being
shit?
a retarded.
Yeah, because they're not going to
That's
look
what
it.
we call being a
Tomorrow.
retarded moron.
Yeah, you got a bunch of people in Kenya doing YouTube. It's already back. So I'm gonna send everybody gonna send me their videos. I'm gonna have the manpower to look through that shit and then send your shit back to you tomorrow. They can't even get your passport on time in Kenya.
It's gonna either be approved or either denied. Yeah, it might take 14 days, you know. It's Kenya, it's Africa.
What? Yeah, you crazy? It'll take long to get your thing. If you want it back fast, you send me some chai. Motherfucker, I'm doing YouTube so I can get some chai. Send me some chai. Hey, what? Man, shit. So cool. This is so fucking corrupt. So fuck.
It is.
But they only can do that now. You see, they did that in America, because America gonna burn some shit down. We're not gonna tolerate that shit. That's your fucking mind. But it's Africa. African people gonna go with it. You people doing YouTube, I wouldn't do this shit no more. You be broke. Go ahead.
This
What you believe tomorrow?
Some of our politicians have an IQ of 58. I believe your friend. He might have been speaking the truth.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
You should not. Was that Joe? You showed me that video of that politician, and that politician trying to explain global warming. That was you, wasn't it? That moron.
Don't be so hard on Selassie. That's how he is.
No, what was that? You and Joe be showing me this some positive. Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know the moon, the sun, and the sun goes around the garden, and then it gets hot, and then I don't know what the fuck it's called. Like,
Your friend
damn.
had a point when he spoke about some people having an IQ of 58. I do believe, because there is no way in a country that there are no jobs. People are battling unemployment, so people are creating jobs for themselves, trying
On YouTube.
content.
Yeah.
But you still trying to even go for that. Who even does that, man? Who does that?
You're destroying that because they do that because they know Africans are docile. They know you're not gonna do nothing. You're not gonna try to overthrow the system. They know you're docile. That exactly. Who's gonna do that? You wanna do what? Shit like that will throw you out of power. You out of your mind. If I was in Kenya, I wouldn't even do YouTube no more. Fuck it. What? Good luck with this. This shit gonna be a white elephant. This shit gonna be a boondoggle. Shit.
Yeah, so
They call it boom.
they're asking, Keith, I haven't seen you live in a few days, and you're like, no, nigga, I've not renewed my license.
Shit, you won't. Yeah, you won't. Our channels are American, Demore. Fuck Kenya. Shit. Our channels are American. Fuck them. Our channels are American. Fuck them. Shit. You gotta. So shout out to Miss Trudy. Miss Trudy now lives in Ghana. She ain't gotta do her shit down. She left Kenya Mutagana on that ass. but it's coming to Ghana. It's coming to Ghana too, bitch.
Yeah, so that is all I had. I'll be here tomorrow talking about the flower. I'll be here talking about the flower of life tomorrow. We're gonna be really looking into the Joe Rogan podcast that has blown my mind. We're gonna be looking at it tomorrow, and especially on the part of the flower of life and how some of the knowledge has been kept from us and
of course
manipulated.
And imagine that's all ancient African. Imagine how smart you were. That's all African, ancient knowledge. Ancient.
Are you gonna join me tomorrow for the flower?
Yeah. I should be. Call my ass. Try to wake me up. Shit. when you gonna go live? You gonna go live at 12:30? What time you gonna go live?
12:30.
All right.
So we're gonna be talking about the flower.
My time. I'll try to get my.
Looking at the Joe Rogan. You know, if that Joe Rogan podcast did not blow your mind, it did blow mine because it did blow mine.
But a lot of people thought that's all they've been talking about on TikTok. And it's funny, the scientists are trying to come after him, but they won't debate him because he's right. And one guy came after him and said, you know what? As I went back and looked at it, I don't want to. He's actually right. Yeah, he's right, moron. Yeah. All that shit has been hidden from you. And it's all ancient African. It's all ancient. Everything is one. You live in an illusion. No such thing as death. Oh, that's all ancient African shit. Much love until we get on in it. So,
come on, Jiba. It's 4:30. It's not too early. It's Jiba Java can't believe.
That's what time it. That's what time it be. He called me one time. The more he called me one time, Jiba, I looked at that phone and turned right back over and said, "Fuck that shit."
I remember that day. Yeah, so I hope you join me, Jiba. If not, you can always watch the replay.
But Jiba, it'll be 5:30. I'm in Central Time. Jiba's in Eastern Time. So for Jiba, it's 5:30. Jiba's 5:30.
Yep, so that is all I had. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the weekend. It's always a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to join Joby in a few. I'm sure she has a lot lined up for you.
Okay. We come back. I don't know what we're talking about. Let's go. We're talking about this kid.